Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, then hi, I'm Shelby. It's very nice to make your acquaintance. And if you are like one of our 46 subscribers that we have so far, then welcome back. Thanks for sticking around and you know, liking these videos. So today I'm going to be testing out the new Fenty Beauty foundation. Everyone and their mother has done a video on this already, and I'm like super late to the game, but I still wanted to do this. If you didn't know, I have dry skin. I used to have oily skin, and then I went on Accutane, and then it got dry, but then it went back to like normal skin and like combination skin, and ever since I moved out to California, my skin hates me and is now dry as the Sahara Desert. So I'm curious to see how this works. It has been getting a lot of good reviews, but I've seen some like iffy reviews where they're like, you know, it's good, and you know, a lot of people are kind of tiptoeing around this whole thing. Nobody's saying, oh, this foundation is crap, you know, but you know, it might be on my skin, who knows. So if you would like to see me test out the Fenty foundation, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So I have already moisturized my skin, washed it. I also spritzed it a little while ago with this rose water and glycerin spray. This spray is really great if you have dry skin. I definitely recommend it. Everything that I have seen on this foundation so far has been geared more towards oily people, but I have seen a few people with dry skin test this out, and they just say, you know, to super hardcore moisturize, don't let it really sink in or anything, which I don't understand that whole like wait 20 minutes to let your moisturizer sink in. Like, if you're getting ready for work in the morning, who has 20 minutes of extra time to just sit around and let like your moisturizer sink in? Not me. I'm like, moisturizer, 30 seconds later I'm doing my makeup. So anyway, I've just spritzed my face with the rose water, but now I'm going to go in. This is a hydrating primer. This is the Hangover 3-in-1 replenishing primer and setting spray. I'm just going to spritz my face with this. This, you have to like hold this way back here because this is an aggressive spray. Now I, you know, have to fan my face. Okay, so now that is like tacky and it's not soaking wet, so I'm going to go ahead and try out. This is just a sample size that I got. You guys should always check out promo codes, and if you have VIB Rouge or anything else, I recommend just buying all your stuff from Sephora online, because you get these little cool promos, and just type in promo codes and there will be a whole list of them, and typically you have to spend like $25 or more, but you get little prizes like this. So this is in the shade 210. I matched myself in the store. This is my shade for like when I'm I'm at the midpoint of my self-tan. Like, I'm not super freshly self-tan, but I'm not like at my pale stage. Also, the box says shake well on this, so I don't like hear anything. This is a baby sample, but actually it's a pretty freaking nice sample. Do we see this? Like, it's in this little like hard plastic or frosted plastic, or I don't think that's glass, but so cool, right? So for one side of my face, I'm going to use a brush. Yes, I know my brush is dirty. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder brush, but I like using this for, you know, whatever foundation. It works just fine. And then the other side, I'm going to use like a little Eco Tools sponge. I'm going to just take a little bit of my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation. Just going to stick that on the back of my hands like I would normally. Ooh. Okay, so it's not a super liquidy consistency, but it's not a thick consistency. It's actually a little bit more liquid than I thought it would be. It's a typical like medium to light coverage foundation. Oh, wow. It has a light scent. I don't really know what scent. It's not like a floral scent. It's just kind of like a light, maybe a clean scent or like a baby powder scent. Ooh. So I can already tell that it's starting to kind of dry down. And people were saying that this oxidized. So I actually like this foundation so far. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a matte. It has kind of a sheen to it almost, and it feels like it's almost kind of has a blurring effect. I don't know if that's just like my eyes, but maybe it's the sheen in it. It's kind of blurring. I would say it has medium coverage. I don't know, I feel like I'm very generous and I'll be like, oh, it's a medium coverage, and it's like I'll watch the footage back and be like, that is a very light coverage foundation, Shelby. You are very generous. So I would say it's more like a light to medium finish. It's still sticky right now, but I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit and I'm going to put it straight on my sponge. And I'm just going to go ahead and start applying. Oh my gosh, with a sponge it's like, I feel like it's going a lot further. Okay, so yeah, you can tell this side I feel like looks lighter than this side, the drying side. I feel like I'm getting more coverage with the sponge. As weird as that sounds, I feel like normally people get more coverage with a brush, but for me, I feel like this is covering up more. And I have more over here to cover, like these acne spots right in here. Also, I recommend for dry skin sticking with a beauty blender because you're not buffing on a foundation and kind of irritating your dry skin, making it flake up. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys in so we can see a little bit more. So this is what it's looking like so far, just kind of around my pore area. You'll see it on my chin and my acne spots. So you can see it's kind of starting to get into my little smile line. Most of my foundations do that. My CoverGirl one that I love so much does that. So, you know, that's just kind of a thing. I do tend to get texture throughout here. So far, I actually really like this finish. I think the color matches me pretty nicely. I will say I feel like it did just dry down to a slightly darker shade, but nothing crazy. Well, we will see how this kind of holds up throughout the rest of the day. I actually really like the finish. I think it's really pretty. I don't think that it's matte necessarily. I would say maybe it's more of a satin matte, but I really like this finish. I think it's kind of more of a natural finish, to be honest. It's not super glowy, it's not in your face. I'm not really having any issues with it clinging to any dry patches. I am having a little bit of it going into my sort of smile lines, so that is annoying. I don't notice anything crazy on my forehead, but I will do the rest of my makeup and then I'm going to come on, give you my thoughts, and then I'm going to kind of do like a mini wear test throughout the day and give you my final thoughts also at the end of the day. Okay guys, so I am back from doing the rest of my makeup. If you would like to see how I got this eye look, then stay tuned for next week or in a few days. I'm not sure when this video will go up, but I just filmed this using the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte palette. I also have a review on that palette, so if you would like to see that video, it will be linked below in the description box. But back to the foundation. So So on camera, this foundation looks good. It's not matte. Like, it's not. It has a sheen to it. Like, here, like, I feel like it has, like, light reflecting properties, and I think that that is supposed to be almost like a filter, hence the name, the photo filter foundation. But I've probably been wearing this for maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on how long it took me to do this eye look. Probably 45 minutes. And I will zoom you guys in. Hopefully you can see this. So it is definitely settled into my laugh lines a lot more. I would say more than I'm used to in a foundation. And I believe that is because it is matte. But I've also noticed up here, like, can you guys see the foundation has just really settled into my fine lines. And I do have lines on my forehead, but it's almost accentuating them. And I was looking at my face, and I just feel like, you know, when foundation almost like falls into your cracks, and it just like I feel like I just want to wipe it out of there because it's making me look older than I am. Let's see, right in here, sometimes I have an issue with foundation settling into places right in here. I will say I did powder this half of the face just with the HD Makeup Forever HD setting powder, so it's not really, you know, soaking up any oil. And on this side, I did not powder at all, and blush and bronzer and powders laid well on top of both sides. But I don't know if you can see, I kind of have like lines up in here. I just feel like it's, oh, that is close. I just feel like it is really accentuating all the sort of blemishes and like lines and stuff on my face. When I first put this on, it was comfortable, but it has definitely sort of set into my face, and I definitely feel that matte sensation. Like, I don't know if you have ever tried the Hourglass Immaculate foundation. I really, really love the look of that foundation, but it sets, like, it turns so mattifying that it feels like my face and my skin is just getting so tight. Like, it feels like the moisture is being sucked out of my skin. Now, this one does not feel as uncomfortable as that one, and it definitely has a less of a matte finish than the Immaculate powder one. But I compare those two because the Immaculate is sort of supposed to dry down to a powder finish, and it's matte, whereas this one is the same. I would say, however, that one is a little bit more full coverage, but I just, like, I feel like I can see things more on my face. Hi guys, so it is 7:22 at night. I have had the Fenty foundation on for maybe like 4.5 hours. I know that's not a very long time, but I just wanted to go ahead and wrap this whole thing up. I know the lighting is a little off, but I just wanted to zoom you guys in. So I will say first, before I zoom you guys in, I like how it looks from far away. And even my husband said that he thought that it looked really good. But the issue that I'm having is because I have dry skin. When I first applied it, it felt very comfortable, but after probably an hour, I just, like, I feel it on my face. I get that, like, sucking the life out of my skin type of feeling, and I feel like if I wore a foundation like this for multiple days in a row, that my skin would just be so insanely dry. I do like it from afar, but I'm going to zoom you guys in and sort of show you guys all the stuff. So, that is so close. Okay, so again, I'm not really having any issues with it necessarily clinging to dry patches. I'm just seeing a lot of, like, I feel like I can see my pores more than normal, and I'm not sure why that is. Normally, I feel like you can never really see my pores. Maybe I'm just being oversensitive to that. And on my forehead, the camera is having a hard time picking it up, but I can definitely just still see my lines. My face, I feel like on camera always looks lighter because I don't have light shining up on my neck, but it does in fact match my neck. So I mean, on camera it looks really good, but again, I don't think I'm going to be purchasing the fuller size of this. I just have foundations that I feel like look better on my skin and feel better on my skin. I just feel like I can feel it on my skin, and maybe if you had the primer that went along with this foundation, you would like it a bit more, or if you had, you know, oily skin, you would really like this, but I think I'm just going to wait until the like dewy foundation comes out, or like a matte that isn't like sucking the life out of your skin, you know what I mean? So hopefully she comes out with that soon for us dry skin gals. So that is going to be it for today's video. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like these makeup videos. Leave in the comments if there's anything else that you would like me to review makeup wise, or any looks that you would like me to do. Your comments are very greatly appreciated. If you haven't already, be sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you know you never miss a video that I post up. And if you would like to be notified, go ahead and hit that little bell next to the subscribe button so you are updated on when I post. Typically it is every Thursday and Sunday, but sometimes that switches up just a little bit. Alright you guys, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.